Rogue Aliens Legacy. Alien Outlaws Book 4. By Kate Rudolph. Chapter 1. Hello, brother? The Duke of Mebian had an absurdly sinister grin on his face as he looked at Andie and Xandr, cornered in what had once been a hallway. Now they were blocked in by fire doors that had been shut in their path, and the Duke of Mebian and a small army of guards blocking the only way out of the passage. Brother? Andie couldn't wrap her mind around it. Brother? She looked to Xandr, hoping he could explain what the hell was going on. They'd been running from his brother? His brother was a duke? And if there'd been any doubt, Xandr wiped it away with the naked guilt and regret written plain across his face. His brows were drawn down over those electric blue eyes that normally captivated her, and his mouth hung open and slack, his tongue darting out to wet suddenly dry lips. She'd only ever seen this kind of unvarnished emotion from him when they were in bed together. She hadn't thought his mask could slip in public, hadn't thought he could be caught off guard. Xandr, she had to ask. Despite the danger, and he clung to the slim hope that maybe they'd be rescued, maybe the rest of the crew was coming up the hallway and ready to get the drop on the guards. Maybe this was all one big misunderstanding or fucked up dream. She hadn't just been cornered by Xandr's brother, who seemed intent on taking them captive. Xandr? Mebian let out a burst of laughter. To willingly strip yourself of name and rank, Carde, he shook his head. Our father would be ashamed. Don't speak to me about our father, Xandr spat. He seemed to grow taller, his shoulders pulling back and head held high and proud. And he looked between the brothers, and was suddenly struck by the resemblance. It wasn't exact. Xandr's skin was a bit lighter than Mebian's, while his hair was much darker, but their facial features, their bone structure easily came from the same source. And those eyes. It was disturbing to see them in Mebian's face, but they were the same shape and brightness of Xandr's. Carde's. Who are you? Showing disunity in front of an enemy was a rookie mistake, but Andie was still a rookie, and the shock was making her lose all of her training. Andie, That caught Mebian's attention, and he turned his regard from his brother to her. You, dear girl, are quite the surprise. You had me almost convinced that you wanted out. That Xandr here was nothing but a captor and you his helpless prey. But that's not it at all. He stepped towards her, keeping out of reach but close enough to loom. I can feel the tension between the two of you. Let me guess, you're pining. You can't help but want the Lost Lord, but your dear captain would never be so common as to consort with.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?